Hello. Welcome to Tuesdays where we go live and we let you see how many of our dogs are wonderfully trained. I'm Lesley Logan and today we're doing tips on the side bend and it's also my birthday. And so yes, you can drop in the comments, happy birthday, Lesley, because I love it. I will respond. It's my favorite day of the year. So welcome to my birthday party. And so side bend. Okay, what you're here for, not just for me. So the side bend, I'm going to be really honest. This is an exercise that I loathe so much. We've done 3 photo shoots of mat exercises, and the first 2, I conveniently forgot to do the side bend. Literally, we've only shot it 1 time. So, anyways, this is our 3rd one. So, side bend is this really fun thing where there's 5 spine shapes in Pilates. I'm going to let you go. Thank you. There's 5 spine shapes in Pilates, and one of them is side bend. Okay, so the exercise is called side bend, but it's because it's also the spine shape that you're going to do. And in the mat work, there's only a few side bends that are happening. So we really want to make sure we don't skip them, like my brain would like to skip them. And we're going to do the side bend over by own. It's totally fine. He'll be my marker. So I'm going to show you how to actually do the side bend. Then we're going to talk about some tips to modify it. And then we're going to talk about some things you could do to make it easier. So the side bend itself, you're supposed to have your feet stacked, fingers together, hand in line with feet. So your feet and your hand should be in a straight line. So make sure you look at that because guess what, y'all? I used to somehow line myself up crooked as if I'm going to come up in a straight line. So you want to be hand in line with feet. Your knees are in front, your hips are behind that line. Okay, that's the best setup. And then you just come all the way up. I'm going to show you a little modification though already because I like to stagger my feet. My feet like it better. So you put your top foot in front and then you come all the way up. And that's when Gaia is going to cue blocking the camera for you. So the goal is not to lift from your shoulder, it's to lift from your hips. So you have to use your legs more than your arm. You come down with grace and control and you go back up. And so when I come down, I picture the double leg stretch. You pull your knees in and your body comes to your legs, right? And then you go up and you reach. It's just a double leg stretch. I mean, everything is a double leg stretch. So that's the first part. But wait, there's more. You're going to come up. You're going to hold it. You're going to lower your arm and your hips with straight legs, and you're going to lift. I promise you, if you do this in your shoulder, you'll hate it. But if you do it with your legs, it feels more possible. I'm not saying you're going to heart this, but it feels pretty possible. So when you come down, this is the fun part. Teaser, just like if we were all synchronized swimmers, and you do the other side. So on the other side, I'm going to show you some modifications. We already went over the staggering of the feet. That is the best one. If you can modify as little as possible, it's great. I have had people in class come down into a forearm. It's less of a side bend and more of a side plank. So just making sure you understand that when you are in a forearm plank, you're not really side bending. I mean, it's just not going to happen. So you're doing it more for the strength of the position and the endurance rather than actually getting the exercise. And so if you've watched my workshops on onlinepilatesclasses.com, I talk about modifications a lot. And modifications, it's like taking a loan from the bank. We want the lowest interest rate possible. So the lowest interest rate possible with the staggering of feet, because you don't sacrifice too much, you could easily pay it back by just getting strong enough to put that foot on top, or just, for me, I should just deal with it. But when we start to go to a forearm plank, it's more like a credit card interest rate, right? Or maybe like a payday interest rate, like those payday check loans. So the one that I really do like for people to do, because it does get the hips strong enough, is it's still a pretty high interest rate, but it does get into those hips more than the shoulders. So you stack your legs, they're bent, you're on your forearm, and then when you come up, your arm and leg come up. And this is all in this hip, which is going to make it easier for you to get to this, which is going to make it so much easier for you to get to this because that hip has been working on it. So I really like that modification where you come up into a star more than a forearm plank itself if you're going to modify that. Another modification is super simple. You can actually have this bottom knee down, top leg straight. Again, you're still getting, I see it a lot in yoga and it works. It's just it's not getting the side bend we want. So just be mindful of when you're doing a modification, how long you're doing it for, and are you getting what you need to get to the next level up. So exercises you could do to get stronger for the side bend, because here's how I believe. I believe that you don't just keep doing the same exercise expecting yourself to just like miraculously become better at it. You have to do other exercises in Pilates that make you strong enough to be better at it, right? They're all layered together. As you heard me say, double leg stretch. So yes, double leg stretch. Side kicks, kneeling side kicks. Those are obviously all side exercises that are gonna be really awesome. The saw. Oh my gosh, it's gonna twist, it's gonna bend, it's so good. Your crisscross, it's got that oblique action in there. Shoulder bridge, boom, hello seat. You wanna make sure that your outer hips are on, right? So try all of those. If you can only do one side bend, you can only do one side bend, and that's okay, right? You can also just hold it. You don't have to come up and down. You can just come up one time. And then after a few weeks, try to come up 2 times. The lowering and lifting the hips with straight legs, bonus, okay? Bonus, don't worry about it too much, right? So have fun with those. Enjoy them. Again, you can wish me happy birthday in the comments below. I'll love it. And I'll see you next week. Make sure you comment with questions you have, so we are coming at you with tutorials and tips to answer your questions. See you next time.